Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. Guys, Bitcoin looks okay. Are we gonna break towards upside? Are we gonna pump? That's the big question. What's happening right now? Bitcoin is 0.04% in green. Yesterday, Crypto Savvy made a video asking people, aren't you glad you sold at 30k? And I was like, and who is glad they bought at 15k? Like, I think there are more people that are glad they bought at 15k than, sold at 30k. So there is that. And when Crypto Savvy becomes bearish, we become stupidly bullish. So there is that. How's everybody doing in the chat? XRP Army, good morning, Crypto family. How you doing, man? I think we're going to go sideways, up or down. That's pretty much what we are thinking as well. The green is gobbling. Yo, Tila, we gotta know. What's cooking, Christo? DXY looks strong. Bitcoin holding up nicely, but for how long? Yeah, that's the question. I also see that the DXY is going towards upside. Stock market is also going towards upside. Bitcoin is also going towards upside. There is no correlation or inverse correlation between the Bitcoin and DXY. Anthony, it's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day indeed here in Norway as well. Kids are out with their mom. I'm here doing, the daily. Yesterday we didn't do daily. It was 17th of May in Norway, and 17th of May it's a constitutional day, so everybody's out, partying and drinking and stuff like that. I was drinking, but I was working and I was out with the kids and stuff like that, so had stuff to do. But right now it's back on the track, doing the stuff again, looking at the charts, what's gonna happen next. As you can see up here, Bitcoin is trying to get above these two resistance level, the yellow lines. They have been previously support lines. Right now they are resistance lines. We are trying to get above those levels. You can see here that we managed to get above 10 moving average. Right now we're trying to get above this 27.5. A lot of people are talking about 27.7. That's the goal to get above. I don't think 27.7. Where is 27.7? Over here, give or take. I don't think this is a very magical level to get above. Yes, there will be 20 moving average up here very, very soon, but 27.7 is not the magical level to get above. I think still it's above 29k. Where is 29k? Up here right now, up here 29k. This is the magical level to get above. First magical level is up here above the 50 moving average. That's around the 28.4, give or take. That's the magical level. But I still think before we are above 29 again, let's take a chill pill and just relax and wait for what's gonna happen next over here. Is this move down here bullish or bearish? Is this gonna continue straight towards upside? Are we gonna do something like this over here and create a double bottom up here? Was this over here double bottom? If you look at the small time frames up here, we said that there might, after this move towards downside, when we went up here, we said this explosion might actually come. It did happen to the 50 moving average, and then it went down. We also said that there might be some kind of double bottom before we continue towards upside. This is actually happening right now. You can technically say that this over here was some kind of double bottom over here, and right now we are trying to bounce off of these levels. You'll also see, if you zoom in very, very nicely over here, that in this part up here we had a nice move above these moving averages on the 4-hourly time frame. We had a wick towards downside down here into the moving averages, bounced off of that, and I think right now the next move is towards the upside. There are a couple of levels that needs to be broken up here. The one of these levels is over here. The first one is this very, very steep line, because this trend over here needs to break out. It did break out up here. When we start bouncing up here towards upside, I wanted to get above these levels. We are above those levels over here right now, but there is this line over here. It goes something like this up here. Let me try to draw it very nicely up here. Where should it go? It's not all the way up from top up here. If you use it from the top up here, I mean, it could technically be something like this over here, that we are already above it, but this line over here seems a lot nicer. So it goes something like this, I would say. Where something like this, I think, maybe, give or take. I'm not quite sure about this part over here, but yeah, this, the line goes something like this over here, right? You can see this, resistance level, resistance level, resistance level. So if you get above this resistance level up here above, the 27.5, 27.4 level up here, that's going to be very, very strongly bullish. And this also, looks bullish move towards upside. This spring down here looks bullish. This consolidation up here looks bullish. I think right now the next move is towards the upside, give or take. But these are small time frames, so we are bullish on the small time frames. For how long we will see, but we still need to get above 29k, and we are not quite there yet. Tired legs W from London, Great Britain. How you doing, man? So yeah, still in a bigger triangle over here. Let me just remove the moving average so we have less lines on the chart. Not much is happening. We are still in this bigger, sorry, not triangle. We are still in this bigger channel over here towards downside. We did tap at the bottom. We are still, trying to go all the way up here towards 28, something like that. We are still, in a downtrend, bigger downtrend over here on the 4-hourly time frame. This might even be a daily downtrend. Still not out of that yet. So, not much is happening. But there is no worry. There is no worry that this will, for whatever reason, fall out of, let's say 25 levels and towards downside, right? We had a very strong bounce off of the support line up here. We are looking strong over here. Some kind of another movement towards upside might come. Now, if you do want to drop down to something like 23k or 22k, like like Crypto Savvy is calling for, the first thing that needs to happen is that we need to again jump down to the support line over here, right? This is gonna be a major support line. Then you gotta drop out of the support line, then you hit 23k or whatnot, right? I mean, can that happen? Of course it can happen. We know how these things work. What I'm trying to say that there is little probability for that working out right now, right? Especially after this spring over here right now towards the downside. So before we even get down to the line, there will be the support line up here, the spring up here, create a very nice bottom up here. If you see this spring going below that, that might be actually a problem, and then we are looking for this level, and then after that, then we are looking if it's going to break towards downside. If it does break towards downside, there might be some kind of retest, and then lower level and so forth. But in a longer term time frame here, 22k is the bottom on this move over here, because if you look at on the weekly time frames up here, 22k is up here. Where is it? 22k exactly, almost on the dollar. 22k is the 50 moving average on the weekly time frame. So if you do, for whatever reason, manage to break the 200 moving average and the 20 moving average and the channel towards downside, I mean how much bearish do you have to be? Then the last support level down here is at 22k, and 22k, and if you break that, then we can talk about 10k in the room after that. But nothing right now tells us that for whatever reason this move towards upside is supposed to break down and go towards downside. Yes, there are dips on the way towards upside. Yes, there are moves down, and nothing goes straight line towards the upside, but we don't see anything bearish on the chart. Even this small movement towards downside up here after consolidating, trying to go up here, is just a slight channel towards downside that's channeling and pulling back, and I don't see much bearishness. So let's go back to the daily time frame up here again, and so right now until tomorrow or something like that, what we are looking over here is for this move over here. What we are looking right now is for this move over here, this consolidation up here, this pullback up here into the moving average. We are looking for this move to break this line up here towards the upside. I'm definitely not looking for a breakout towards downside, although we know that this can happen, but I think there is more probability towards upside over here. So we are looking for a breakout towards upside above these resistance levels, and if it can manage to break above this resistance level over here and stay maybe until tomorrow over there, that's going to be strongly bullish, and then we might just perform well. If you look at DXY is still climbing towards upside up here very, very strongly, if I might say. It might be even some kind of almost parabolic move towards the upside. The faster this goes towards the upside is actually very good for us, because the faster the DXY goes, you can see up here on the daily, it's above 50 moving average. It came down to retest up here, right back up here again. The faster this goes, the less sustainable the move is. If this move is not sustainable, that means that it just goes up, blows off, and then comes right back down again, right? So we like that. We don't like these slow crappy moves towards the upside, because these are actually very, very strong moves. The same goes for the Bitcoin. You don't want to have some kind of move that goes in some kind of channel over here very slowly towards the upside. Why? Because then it will this slow steady move, this strong move towards the upside will eventually eventually come to some kind of resistance level, break that resistance level, and then explode even further towards the upside, right? So these slow, steady moves when nobody's actually, following, these are actually very sustainable moves towards the upside, and you don't want to have that on DXY right now. You just wanted this to explode towards the upside, hit the 200 moving average, hit some kind of tops, and then right back down again, right? So as long as Bitcoin can hold well, during this move towards the upside, because this move is unsustainable, if this continues over here and Bitcoin holds well, then once the move is done and starts, flashing towards the downside, we might see the next leg on the bigger move for Bitcoin towards the upside. So, even though it's going towards the upside very, very steeply, Bitcoin is not, performing that badly, and although it's going very, very steeply, I think it actually might be very good for us, right? More probability to upside. How can you say that when tomorrow is the new moon? I haven't checked the moons, that's why I can say that. I haven't checked the moon, but there is no eclipse, it's just regular new moon. And in bullish markets, the new moons don't work, unless they are, some kind of eclipses moons or stuff like that, right? Unless there is some kind of eclipse moon or something like that, right? So as you can see up here, the fact that it's going very strongly towards upside, I think that's actually okay. If you see over here, Nasdaq up here, Nasdaq is still increasing its speed towards upside. So DXY and Nasdaq are going together towards upside. The Dow Jones has a little bit, pump up here towards the upside up here. Did it on the daily? Yeah, on the daily did manage to, get this, spring up here. And this spring is up here actually legit. So yesterday up here, it managed to do a nice move up here towards upside. How much was actually up? Like 1 point... It closed 1.16% up, which is actually very good. But the good thing about this on the daily time frame, it managed to close above 50 and the 10 moving average up here. So it does look a little bit strong up here on the Dow Jones. And the S&P 500, after going into this, diamond pattern up here that people would call, it is managed to get, it started going down over here on below the moving average and then bounced up here again. So will this diamond pattern, whatever this is, break towards the upside? Is this a reversal pattern? We need to wait and see a little bit, but it doesn't look, nothing looks, definitely bearish right now. It's still above these, levels and still holding well and strong up here. And I think there might be a chance that we might break the resistance up here, for example, on S&P 500. So I think we need just whether, this move towards the upside and wait until this move towards the upside on DXY is done. And once it's done, I think there might come some kind of very nice moves on Bitcoin. That's when it comes to altcoins, I wrote in the chat yesterday that I believe we are getting into the altcoin season. Like my gut feeling is telling me we are getting into the altcoin season. And the reason for that, if you remember the meme season, right? Meme season was starting going towards the upside. Meme season was starting going towards the upside. Let's go to the 4-hourly time frame. Yeah, Pepe exploded up here towards, some kind of top over here. And start pulling back a little bit towards the downside. And alt meme coins explode also towards the upside. So all altcoins did, all meme coins, did this move and went down here. And right now, while it was pulling back up here, it was pulling back and it started doing this move over here. And altcoins were doing this move over here, right? So even if it was going towards the upside, I was getting this, gut feeling that, the meme season is already over, because every meme coin did this move already, right? Every meme move did this move already. Everything exploded. So everybody was talking like, this is just the first sell off. It's gonna go this move up here, and I wasn't really on the bandwagon on this. Yes, I was buying altcoins when we were going into this move over here, but I was really like, it's already over, because I was seeing that all the big influencers already bought, they were already shilling, and I was like, who is left to buy? And then when this move up here started going, almost going out of the channel towards the downside, I woke one morning and was like, oh my god, it's over, it's pretty much done, it's not gonna happen, right? This move is not gonna happen, it's pretty much done, everybody bought, it looks weak. And I wrote on Twitter, yeah, is the meme season over? And I really think that the meme season, but I was already, I kind of already knew that the meme season over when we are doing this move towards the upside, because like everybody bought, like who else is gonna buy? Who else is gonna buy? Of course, there was, you know, meme coins that, you know, performed well after that as well. Ban, some other coins did, you know, another moves, but, you know, mostly it was over. Mostly it was over. So that said, I do feel for whatever reason that right now the altcoin season is in the making right now. And when I say altcoin season, I don't mean let's go to another chart over here. I don't mean the altcoin season in a way that Bitcoin is gonna do something like this and altcoins are gonna do this, or in a way that Bitcoin is gonna do the, you know, this move up here and altcoins are gonna, you know, follow that and, you know, explode towards the upside as well. I'm thinking like this intermediate, you know, altcoin season where altcoins have, you know, dumped down and need to do this first move. So after any kind of capitulation up here, we had a capitulation down here on Bitcoin. We had the accumulation phase down here, and we did this move towards the upside. A lot of altcoins didn't do this move towards the upside. So I believe right now right now it is time for altcoins that have been going down up here, and right now in this part over here they went a little bit up, and they're right now a little bit lower down here, right? They have some kind of they're still in this accumulation phase on the downside, because a lot of altcoins are not done accumulating. You'll see a lot of altcoins below the previous, you know, June lows, and right now they're going into this part over here. And I think right now that they are getting ready to do this same move that Bitcoin did up here, to get out of the accumulation zone and into this, you know, markup, the very first market, the very first phase of the start after outside of the accumulation zone, where they jump out, consolidate, create new patterns before the next bull market, right? So I kind of feel it. I don't know why. And if you look at the dominance up here, my take on dominance is still that Bitcoin can go up to 50k, you know. Let's go to the weekly time frame over here. My take on dominance is still that Bitcoin can do this move up here, up to 50%. And if Bitcoin rallies, you know, to 40 or something like 40 or something like that, will this be the altcoin season over here, where it starts when we hit the 200 moving average? Or will right now Bitcoin do this up here and pull back? Because we are at resistance right now. Will it pull back over here? And if it does pull back while at the same time, you know, Bitcoin rallies towards the upside, there is, you know, altcoin season. So we want to see dominance going towards the downside and Bitcoin rallying towards the upside, because if Bitcoin rallies towards the upside and dominance goes out, that means that altcoins are rallying more than Bitcoin. So I'm definitely, you know, kind of feeling that it might be a season. Although my main theory that, you know, we're gonna go to the 50% of dominance and then have an altcoin season is not, you know, playing, you know, at the same. It's not in sync with my gut feeling, right? So my gut feeling tells me that, you know, alt season is coming very soon. And my theory is saying that we got to go up to the 50 levels. So, you know, what's going to be the case? The 50% levels up here and then alt season, or are we going to do up here and then have alt season already over here? Because we already, you know, did a big move towards the upside up here, right? Might be something like this. Let me see if I can draw a nice trend over here. It's going to go something like this over here, give or take, yeah. Maybe something like this up here. So we already did this very nice move up here. Maybe you're gonna fall down here and then, you know, have a nice altcoin season. So I'm a little bit unsure whether we need to go to the 50 move. Let's see, where is the 2021 up here? Up here it was a 60 levels. Like dominance up here at the top was a 73%. Dominance up here was a 70. You can see up here that the 200 moving average was a very important level of resistance right now for the dominance chart, and right now that's at 53 levels. So I don't think that we need to go to some kind of, you know, 70 levels again to have some kind of bull market or something, but, you know, 50 up here seems very, very reasonable. On the other hand, you can see that the first move before the, you know, the first move did not come to the 200 moving average. It came up here, and then we had the alt season over here in 2018, 2019, right? Alt season over here, and then exploded up here towards upside, and then we had the, you know, secondary altcoin season over here. You know, so there was a couple of altcoin season up here. Sorry, this is March, May, November. Let me see the chart up here. Bitcoin chart, BTC USDT. No, this wasn't altcoin season. This everything went down towards downside. Over here, yeah, over here on the 200 moving average, that's when you, but Bitcoin was still pulling a little bit towards downside. There have been a couple of, you know, small 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 altcoin season up here, but there was no put it out down here. Yeah, over here, this was the biggest altcoin season over here, just before the bull market started, and then Bitcoin exploded towards the upside. And then after the top up here, then we had the next altcoin season up here. So will we get to the 200 moving average on the chart or not? I do not know. That's my theory. I mean, my theory goes that we're gonna hit 200 moving average up here, and then have some kind of altcoin season. But right now, I'm seeing all these altcoins that are bleeding down inside the accumulation zone, and they need to do the same kind of move, the way I see it, that Bitcoin did to get out of the accumulation zone, right? So Bitcoin did the move outside of the over here, outside of accumulation zone. I think a lot of altcoins need to do the same kind of move outside of accumulation, because they are still in the accumulation. So something's telling me that there might be some kind of alt season happening, but it's not in sync with my theory. It's not in sync with my theory. More probably upside. Don't worry, we're going up. Stanko, how you doing, man? People talking about altcoin season for 3 months because it should become true sometimes, right? Yeah. So eventually, eventually altcoins must go up, right? They cannot just be down forever. Altcoin seasons. Does the Bitcoin daily chart look bearish? No, and the thing is, the Bitcoin dominant chart doesn't look that bearish. There is a couple of bearish signs up here. There is no divergence on the RSI, but the momentum up here, it is going up here while the momentum is kind of going towards downside. It looks like it might break up here towards downside, but it might also continue up here towards upside, because this is not oscillator. This can just do this over here and then do this move over here towards upside, right? So we don't actually know when it comes to MACD. MACD is not that good, but it's still in the trend. It's still in the trend towards upside, and it's still not broken the 10 moving average, so it's still in a strong trend towards upside. So it doesn't look bearish. So my theory up here that is first gonna go to the 50 moving average, then we have some kind of intermediate altcoin season. That might be, but gut feeling is telling me something is happening. If this was altcoin season, there would be at least be 17 people here. It's 43 people, so we are very close. A lot of altcoin seems very low. I think the argument has merit. Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking, because you will see good coins did not break the previous lows, right? Good coins up here, you will have a Bitcoin down here in July. Bitcoin actually was bad coin, so Bitcoin actually broke the July lows. But good coins have done this move towards upside. They didn't break the previous low at July. So if you look at Ethereum, for example, up here, this is July lows. It didn't break the July lows, right? It didn't break like good coin, right? If you look at Matic up here, for example, it didn't break the July lows, right? If you look, for example, at BNB, it didn't break July lows, right? So a lot of these good altcoins did not break July lows. They've been doing good. So big altcoins have been performing well after our bottom down here, right? But small altcoins, and I don't know which small altcoins can we talk about over here. Maybe XRP is a small. No, XRP did not break the July lows. KDA, I don't know. Yeah, June lows down here, right? You can see up here they did break down. Right now they're doing everything is doing this move down here, right? They did have capitulation. They did hit these lows, and they're still bleeding towards the downside. So they need to get above these levels over here and do this, consolidation up here. But this move up here, the move outside of this accumulation zone. This exhaustion pattern towards downside, because a lot of coins are doing this exhaustion pattern towards downside over here. Yeah, this is R. I don't know what this is, but you can see up here, this is July lows, and right now we are down here, right? So it does, it is going inside this accumulation zone. So a lot of coins need to do this move up here, outside of that zone, and we might get this, intermediate altcoin season. VeChain, somebody says VeChain up here. Let's see VeChain up here. Yeah, VeChain is also below previous low, but you can already say that VeChain kinda already did this move out up here right now, consolidating, but might do another move up here towards upside. But overall they are doing this, exhaustion pattern, big move down, explosive move down, exhaustion pattern, and right now they need to do this move outside of this zone where they have been accumulating and consolidate and wait for the bull market. So I'm thinking that that a small intermediate altcoins might be just around the corner. I'm a little bit unsure about that. Like I said, still waiting for that 200 moving average on the 50% dominance on the dominance chart. Take it to be a little bit more confident in that, but it's kind of gut feeling talking to me. You feel altcoin, feel love till it makes you happy. Altcoin are so cheap, anyone not buying now is a fool. PG and all sort of thing. Is there anything else? Yeah, there is one more thing, guys. I want you to watch a movie. I posted this in the chat. There is this movie, the most difficult part of the bull market, and the reason I posted this video is because he explains it a lot better to me. I'll post it up here in the chat so you can watch the movie. This is gonna be the last thing, and in this movie, in this video, the guy Bob Lucas talks about hodling through the bull market, right? Because it's not really easy to hodl through and believe that something is going to go up. The reason we believe and the reason we buy stuff and the reason we have been calling this bottom accumulation phase down here is because we believe, truly believe, we are taking a big bet, but we truly believe that in 2025 up here, there will become some kind of top up here at the end. And, buying down here, doesn't matter how much down it goes, eventually it will be up here at the end, right? But holding through, for 2-3 years towards upside is can be very, very hard. Unless you buy in the, at the very bottom, unless you buy at the very bottom, holding through the, 30-40% moves towards downside is very, very hard because you are going down you're going down, you're losing money, you're going down in profit, you are not making money, and then you have more and if your belief is not strong enough, you are more inclined to sell any kind of dip, right? So my belief is very, very strong. I got altcoins that are still down because they continued bleeding down after the bottom, like you just saw, and I'm not selling those altcoins, even though some of those are very much down. And that's because the belief gotta be so strong that you gotta believe in something that at the end of this, run at 2025, something will happen and I will be in profit, right? So the belief needs to keep you going, and holding the belief, buying at not the wrong time, but at very high prices, and then it's believing, it kind of hurts your belief a little bit. It kind of hurts your belief. So if you watch the video, he will explain to you a little bit about, like he said, it's a kind of pep talk video, but I think it's a good video because it kind of it kind of gives us more hope and belief to what we are going towards and where we're going, right? So it's a good video, but it is very hard to hodl. So unless you have a very strong belief, you might actually sell. I remember I remember what Tesla was going towards downside. Let me show you a chart of Tesla. Let me show you a chart of Tesla up here. Tesla up here. So let's look at the chart. So down here, all the way down here, oh, right over here, right over there, just before Tesla actually had this huge move towards upside. I even made a video for a long time ago about Tesla and saying how there is so much FUD on Tesla. Elon Musk is base CEO, Tesla is not making any money, Elon Musk is smoking pot on Joe Rogan, they have manufacturing problems. There have been so much FUD, and I was telling in the video how Tesla is the greatest thing. It's not a car factory, it's something bigger than that. It's gonna explode, it's gonna be big. Why? Because I had the belief that this is gonna be the next big thing, right? I had a belief. And when you look at a chart, it doesn't what you believe about company, it doesn't kind of reflect on the chart, and you start asking yourself, why is that? I mean, it's going down, but it was still holding the channel, it was still doing well, it was still doing this, spring towards downside, right? But people are thinking, it's going down, it's so much FUD, it's gonna be next, it's gonna drop down, it's not worth anything, and then explode towards the upside, right? Right now it's a pullback and whatnot, right? But the thing is that the chart oftentimes might go down while you are hugely bullish on that. And let me tell you right now the last thing. Do you know who of course, you know, the Amazon CEO, the I forgot his name suddenly. Jack Bezos. Jack Bezos. You know who Jack Bezos is. Guy's a, you know, physical theorist. He created Amazon. And he has a video on YouTube where he talks about when Amazon went from, you know, to top of the chart. Where is Amazon? When Amazon went from the top of the chart, where is it? Up here. You gotta go back. This part over here. This is just before it had, you know, the biggest rally ever. So Amazon went from the top up here towards the bottom, something like 94% down. And yeah, Bezos. And Bezos is telling about this this event, when this actually happened, when the chart went down. He said Amazon chart was going down 90%. And people were selling and being in fear. And he was looking at the very same time, he's looking at the numbers from the company. He's looking at the numbers, production company, you know, you know, balance sheets, production numbers, manufacturing numbers, buying numbers, customer numbers. And everything was going towards the upside. There was no reason for, you know, stock to go down 90% besides, you know, pure speculation. And that's why Jeff Bezos never looks at the charts, because he said the charts and what's happening with the company is not the same thing, right? This is, you know, people, you know, if we had say that, you know, this is supposed to go something like this over here towards upside, this is much, you know, so there will be time where you are overextended and time where you are underextended, right? And then it goes towards upside. And you know, there's some kind of average price there will be some kind of speculation both towards upside and towards downside. But if the company is legit, if the thing that you are having very, very strong belief in is good, it will have this move towards upside. So if you believe, for example, Tesla is going to go up, it's going to have this move. Yes, there will be times where you extend from the, you know, whatever the average or whatever the, you know, real value of the company is, because speculates towards upside and downside, but overall it moves in the same pattern, right? It moves in the same pattern. So what was happening on the 90% move towards downside wasn't the same thing that was happening with the company, right? The company was actually doing the same thing happened to Tesla. They were talking shit about Tesla, and Tesla is gonna go down and it has these problems, that problems. At the same time, although the Tesla in fact was not profitable, I already was looking how the numbers were going up, the projections towards upside. It was supposed to be profitable very, very soon, and it was only a matter of time before it explodes. So if you gotta believe strong enough, it is a lot easier to hodl, because if your belief is not strong, you will be selling, right? But of course, selling up here and then waiting all the way up here, you know, to some kind, you know, buying up here and then waiting to, you know, to 2010. So you buy in 99 and wait to, you know, you gotta wait 10 years to be profitable. So it's better to buy some kind of bottom up here if you believe the company is better, because you're almost immediately in profit, right? It's not this, you know, this hodl is a lot easier. So if you buy down here and you go up here all the way to this hodl is very easy, because you are always in profit. It's very easy. If you buy up here and you are waiting to get profitable again, 10 years, you gotta be, you know, in pain until this actually happens, right? So it's not better to buy in the bottom, right? And you can see also down here, once you know that this chart is gonna go towards the upside, if you believe in something, right, there will be dumps, guys. There will be dumps over here that get scary. And if you bought up here, or you bought up here, or you bought up here, you're gonna have a lot bigger chance to sell, because the 40-50, I don't know how much these dumps are. These are 50-60% dumps, 60% dump down here. This over here is, yeah, 50%. These 50% dumps get you out of the market, right? You know, big rally, 50% up, big rally, 50% up, big rally, 30% up, and then towards upside, right? But these things get you out of market. So only way to hodl through this, if you know, to hold the belief, it's either to have an extremely strong belief and buying the tops up here. But if you're buying the tops, you probably don't have strong belief, or buying the bottom and then, you know, riding that towards the top, because you know, getting through this 50% dump when you buy the bottom is a lot easier than you know, buying some kind of tops and then going towards the upside. So check out the video. The video is in the chat. I'm gonna pin that, and it's a pep talk from Bob Lucas, and it's actually quite good. It's like it's just like pep talk. Like it's nice watch. Check it out. Luckily, I store mine on Potato. Ledger is trending even more than crypto right now. Yeah, Ledger, guys. Somebody said, we can also say a quick word about Ledger. Ledger is, people say, oh, you gotta put on a cold wallet, you know, Ledger, you get a Ledger. And I was like, if you have updates on your cold wallet, is the cold wallet really a cold wallet? Just think about it. The cold wallet is not supposed to be connected to anything, right? As soon as you connect it to something, it's already a hot wallet. The cold ledger is just, you know, it's just a hot wallet. It should not be connected to anything ever. Updates, no updates. You need put into something, you connect it. No, it's a hot wallet. Technically it's a cold wallet because you're not it's not constantly connected to the internet. But if it gets updates and you gotta connect it to update and stuff like that, just crap, man. Then the best kind of laptop 95. This is the best cold wallet, guys. You get one of these laptops. You get one of these laptops from 95. You can get them very, very cheap. You format the hard drive. You get in some kind of DOS program. You put in some kind of wallet, Bitcoin wallet maker on that thing. You remove any kind of drive, any kind of connector that can connect to Ethernet cable connectors or any kind of I think it was Fire something called these other connectors types. You remove anything that can connect to the outside world. This thing over here, it's gonna be a cold wallet. There is no way to connect this to internet whatsoever. So and every time you use a wallet, you need to make a new wallet and transfer it to that wallet, right? But this is the cold wallet. This is actually a real cold wallet. This thing over here is gonna keep your stuff safe, of course, until it breaks down and you cannot turn on the turn on the laptop. But this is actually the cold wallet, right? So if you want to be a little bit more sure that it's not gonna break down and die, you get any kind of laptop. You get any kind of laptop, doesn't matter what kind of laptop it is. You get any kind of laptop. You remove the USB drives. You move the Ethernet card. You remove the Wi-Fi card. You remove anything that can connect to the computer. And then you have a cold storage. You literally have cold storage, which is unable to connect to the internet. And if it's unable to connect to the internet, that means that you cannot lose your shit. If you're unable to connect through Wi-Fi, nobody can connect through Wi-Fi. If you remove USB ports, there is no way that somebody can be in your house and stick in a USB card and put in some kind of malware software in there. This is the best kind of cold wallet you can have. How do you transfer to this laptop if you're not connected? You don't transfer. Well, the first thing you do is you can go and just, because you gotta understand, Bitcoin wallet maker or something like that, right? It just creates it has a code that creates two hashes, one for wallet, one for wallet, a public key and private key, and these programs are very, very small, right? So you take this one program, you put it on your computer, and then you disconnect the laptop from the world. Now you have a wallet maker on your laptop. And it really doesn't matter whether that wallet maker is a Trojan or a malware or anything like that on it. It really doesn't matter because nothing is ever coming out of that computer. Nothing is ever coming out of that computer. And then when you want to use that wallet, yes, you need to write it letter by letter on the other computer to use it and write your private key. But nothing is getting out of that. The thing about cold storage is that nothing gets out of that thing ever. Right, so if you want to have real cold storage, nothing has to get out. How about altcoins? Yeah, how about altcoins? Well, now you're asking difficult questions. Let's just transfer all your wealth to Bitcoin, man. Okay, guys, that's it. Check out the potato from Bob Lucas. It's actually good, good video, and we'll see how Bitcoin manages to survive until tomorrow, and then we'll do another video and see how if this does in fact What are we gonna get? Bart up here, but I think more probable move right now is some kind of move towards upside. We're gonna see that. But the fact that it's going so long up here sideways, I don't like that. But you know, I still believe that probability is a little bit towards upside. A lot of might have some flaws, but though, because back in the day Microsoft used to have a lot of backdoors. Microsoft still has a lot of backdoors. Guys, I remember in my dad was a computer expert back in the day, right? And I remember that he was reading about from shady forums and BBC networks about Microsoft implementing NSA key. So National Security Agency of US, they had literally implemented a key inside the Microsoft for the NSA. So even back in like 95, they all, you know, the NSA, the National Security Agency in US, already had backdoors into Microsoft. You know, so everything is tapped. I often see these, you know, I think I heard Ivan Tech said that they don't understand how, he doesn't understand how US government got access to some kind of Bitcoin or something like that, that they got, you know, and stuff like that. How do they get the keys? Everything, guys, everything is tracked. They don't no longer need to have, you know, backdoors into programs. They have backdoors into hardware. They have backdoors into everything. Everything is accessible to some people, right? And they have, and my one true conviction is every single Bitcoin wallet out there, every single private key that was made, even for the ledger, I think they have somehow access to every single private key. So only way to get your private keys without, you know, governments around the world, or a specific government around the world doesn't have your private key, is to make a wallet on a on a cold laptop, on a laptop that's not connected to the internet in no way, shape or form. That's the only way. This is just speculation, guys. This is just speculation. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll see, you know, how this plays out. Hopefully to the, you know, in the best way. Hopefully in the best way. Cheers, guys. Check out the pin video in the comments. I'm out here, guys. It's sunny outside. I'm gonna go do stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta make other stuff as well. Thank you for watching, guys. Hit the like button on the way out. Bye bye. Here's some outro music. Use Tor. Tor is compromised like you know what. If you think Tor is safe, man, you are in for a big trouble, man. It's compromised like damn. Bye bye, guys.